everyone. This is Margaret Manning with 60andMe. This is the place where women over 60 come to be inspired. And today I am with Barbara Nathan. Barbara has a master's degree in psychology and experience in clinical, child, and family psychology. Welcome, Barbara. It's great to have you here.
Hello, Margaret. Delighted to be here.
Well, I'm really glad that you're here today to talk to us about a subject that's quite interesting to me. I did not realize that so many grandparents were actually raising their grandchildren. And I know you've had a lot of experience in this area. And I would love you to share your thoughts on this. How, first of all, the numbers, and then also, how grandparents can manage this situation.
I could hardly believe it myself, but according to the 2010 census, over 4.9 million families in the U.S. have the grandparents, the primary caretaker of the grandchildren. This is truly a staggering number, and it's probably even greater than that today. If this is a new role for you, it can be very, very scary because you really don't know what lies ahead, what your responsibilities are, and if you're up to the challenge. So the first thing is I'd like to reassure you that this is something you can do, and it's not as difficult as you may think. I actually have 6 very helpful tips that I'd like to go over with you for grandparents who are the primary caretakers. Before I get to that, I want to emphasize the point that it is not your fault at all that you are in this circumstance. Whatever the reason happens to be, that the natural parents are not available at this time and you are fulfilling the role instead, this is not your doing. All you can do is try to do the best that you can. And even then, you cannot control everything that happens with them. So if anything should go wrong, again, you are not responsible. But you try your best and follow these guidelines. The chances are everything will work out.
Wonderful.
When I was previously in Child Protective Services, I worked with many families where, for one reason or another, the mother was not available to take care of the children. In many instances, she was a substance abuser, so that the grandparents took over. And in a lot of these cases, even so, because the grandparents were committed to the task and willing to try their best and really love the children turned out fine. That's and everything great. Did work out all right.
So you've got 6 very practical tips for how to manage these relationships.
Yes. The first one is to have a warm and loving and supportive relationship with your grandchildren and to keep the lines of communication open. Make yourself available to them, listen to what they have to say, and show that you are interested in them.
Right.
The second tip is that honesty is the foundation of any good relationship, including yours with your grandchildren. As soon as they're old enough to understand, you need to make the truth available to them. Don't sugarcoat the story. Don't lie to them, because they could find out another way. Explain to them, why their parents are not available at this time, that they still love them and still care about them. But for now, you are the one filling in with their care. The third tip is don't make promises that you can't keep. So, for example, don't say that mommy will be back next month if that's not going to happen. Don't promise them some kind of a lavish gift that you cannot afford for them. The fourth tip is to let your grandchildren be kids. This is very important. Naturally, you're concerned about them. You want the very best for them. You want to instill your own basic values and help them to grow up to be responsible adults and to care about other people and to be productive. But at the same time, right now, they are kids and they need to be kids. So do let them play with other kids and let them enjoy themselves, be spontaneous, be silly, be creative, whatever they want to be, and enjoy it while it's happening. The fifth tip is to establish a routine and to show proper discipline and guidance. At the same time that you're letting them be kids and enjoy themselves, you cannot just let them completely do whatever they want, whenever they want. You need to establish some kind of rules and routine and discipline. This is particularly important because of all the upheaval they've faced already with their parents not being available at this time. So you need to establish some kind of routine and order in their daily existence, even if they initially object to this and they say, for example, I don't want to go to bed now. I don't want to do my homework now. They'll respect you for exerting your authority, and in time they'll even come to appreciate it. Finally, don't compare children to each other. Treasure each child's uniqueness and individuality.
Those are wonderful pieces of advice. And, it's these kids that find themselves in those situations sometimes get really strong and they make huge contributions to the world. And so those are fantastic pieces of advice. Thank you so much, Barbara. So if you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to our channel so you can hear the videos first. And if you have questions for Barbara, please leave them in the comment section below. Again, thanks, Barbara, for being with us. It's great to be talking with you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.